Good morning, guys. I have an update on the whole Chase Bank glitch. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt. I slept in it. Didn't have time to shower yet this morning. Yeah, I have an update on that. I found out what the glitch was. Now, when I first heard it, I was just like, that doesn't sound like a glitch. It just sounds like the bank trusts you. So, turns out it was people depositing fake checks or bad checks into the ATM and then withdrawing it immediately. Okay. Now, every bank I've ever known, it's like, yeah, they might hold your check for a while, but once you've had their account for a while, then they'll trust you because they can see you've been pretty good with the checks that you deposit. Like, okay, I trust you to have good checks. But yeah, people who had an account would deposit bad checks and then withdraw it immediately because it would immediately become available in their account. And apparently, see, this is the part where I didn't think it was a glitch, because it was just like funds were available immediately. Like some banks do once they trust you, but they would deposit, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And apparently, when I kept saying $10,000 yesterday, for some people, it was a hell of a lot more. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then withdraw it. I don't know how they withdrew that much from an ATM. Maybe they went to the teller afterwards. They just saw the funds available and was able to withdraw it. Maybe that was the case. I don't know. But apparently that's what it was. Depositing bad checks and then withdrawing it immediately. But they deposited it through an ATM, okay? And that's the difference, because a teller would be able to look at the check and be like, okay, is this check good or not? They look at it. ATMs don't really do that because they're not capable of looking at things like us, like tellers, right? So yeah, that's basically what happened, and now a lot of people are freaking out. Some of the ones who haven't even been caught yet are freaking out. And yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Now, I also wanted to point out one more thing. I've been noticing a lot of people talking about the PPP loan scam, or glitch, or whatever. And I'm just like, PPP loans? I remember the PPP loans. The PPP loans kept me without a job for like 7 months, because one of the stipulations was they would give a business a loan, and if the stipulation was the business had to, put now hiring signs, accepting applications, doing interviews, but if they didn't get any new employees to help make up for their loss, then the loans would be forgiven. So that's why a lot of people were without a job for a long time, and that's why my one video went viral. Because a lot of people couldn't get jobs because too many businesses were participating in the PPP loans and not hiring anybody, and so the loans would just be forgiven. So I'm just like, but how were people scamming the PPP loans? That part I don't get. I actually had to Google it because I couldn't find a video on it, but I found it. So apparently, people who didn't even have a business, the applications to get the PPP loans were so vast in number that they were like streamlining it. Like, okay, you know what? You get a loan, everybody gets a loan. They couldn't even, they didn't have time to look at everybody's application because they're like, well, our country needs these loans, that everything's going in the toilet right now. They need these loans to stay afloat. And people found that out. So they started doing it like with illegitimate business titles and all that stuff, putting in the application, getting a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars from the PPP loan. And because it was forgiven, because they're like, yeah, look at that, no new employees. Man, this country's bad right now. So the loans were forgiven. Well, they caught on to that, and now a lot of people are in a lot of trouble, if not already in jail. And the Chase thing, yeah, Chase don't screw around. Chase is not a minor bank. They are huge, okay? Everybody in the country knows who they are. You say Chase, it's like, yeah, I know Chase. I know a lot of people who have an account with them. You got small-time banks that, can only be available in your state or maybe in half a state or something like that, and most of the country has never even heard of them. You got small banks like that. Chase is not small. It's huge. I even saw a couple videos of people outside of the Chase Bank they deposited their checks and now they're waiting to go inside to get their money withdrawn. It was a line out the door, down the road. And I think no, I can't say every single one of them, because a lot of people go to the bank for legitimate reasons, but a lot of them were just like sitting there waiting to withdraw their vast amount of money. And did the tellers just do it? Did the tellers just give them their money? I mean, technically, if it's available in their account, they look at it and go, oh, I mean, it's available in their account. Man, a lot of rich people coming in. But because the funds weren't actually available, because they were bad checks, the bank caught on to that, because it's like, oh, it goes to the clearinghouse, which is what it is. If you don't know, that's what happens when you deposit a check. And if your bank makes the funds available immediately, that's all fine and dandy, but the bank don't get their money from the check right away. No, it's got to, it goes to the bank, it goes to a clearinghouse, at least I think that's what it was called. It's like a third-party verification system. So you get a check from one bank, you put it in another bank, goes to a clearinghouse, the clearinghouse is like, hey, other bank, are these funds good? Other bank goes, yeah, here's the money. Thank you. And then they give the money to the bank that you deposited the check. Okay? If the bank trusts you, funds available immediately. Apparently, the glitch was, hey, funds available for everybody. Doesn't matter how much. I want to know who figured that out. I mean, it's obviously a glitch, but I wonder who figured out, whoa, it works. And I'm going to post it on social media, so I'm not the only one doing it, because they probably, this is just a theory, they probably thought, well, if enough people do this, then I'm not going to get in trouble, because that's too many people to throw in jail, right? So they posted about it online. Not everybody, a lot of people participated. And now everybody who did it is tens, if not hundreds of thousands in the negative at their bank. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. And it's a little bit enjoyable to watch, because, it's like watching, MMA or something like that. It's like, wow, this is a shit show, and I'm enjoying every second of it. I did have one commenter, I don't remember if it was on TikTok or my YouTube, because I have both, say there are second chance banks, right? Let's say you, I can't remember the word, when you are negative in the old bank by, usually I've only seen a few $100s at a time, max I was seeing like $500 to $700 negative in another bank. A second chance bank will give you an account and say, okay, you get an account, because everybody needs a bank account, right? That's what we do. We're nice people. I've never had a customer be negative by $10,000, $100,000. I'm not sure those second chance banks are going to give you an account. So good luck with that. Then again, I don't know. I've never experienced it, so I don't know how they're going to react if somebody is negative by that much. Boy, my allergies are killing me. Okay, that's better. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to react if you're negative by that much. Even a second chance bank, there's no way. There's no way. And there is a dollar amount, It goes from, oh, you're negative, and so we closed your account because you were negative for so long. But after a dollar amount, it becomes a federal issue. I don't remember how much it is. Maybe I'll look it up. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Just wanted to give you an update. I finally found videos explaining what the glitch was, and I figured out what the PPP loan glitch scam was. It's a mess.